Welcome to India, Frederick.
Thank you for having me here.
How does it feel to be here, sir?
It feels almost I'm in the wrong place because I should learn more from your culture. Well, I started with yoga pretty much when I was 18. When I started, yoga was much different than what it is now. I'm talking about like 30 years ago. I believe India is a chakra of the world, because even though you enter in the street and for us is a lot of chaos, the horn all the time is pretty, but yeah, there is a layer of calmness.
In India, we practice beliefs a lot. There are a lot of religion in India. And all of that religion teaches us Atiti Devo Bhava.
I mean, it doesn't happen, in Italy to have this kind of treatment.
Yeah.
It can be very warm,
Okay.
but like this, it's really unexpected.
What was your first culture shock when you arrived to India?
You're a little bit lost.
Okay.
You don't really know, also coming from a country where you need to be careful.
Okay.
Because they are ready to trick you.
What does a meaningful life is according to you?
This is a difficult question.
आगे पॉडकास्ट शुरू करने से पहले अगर इस चैनल पर नए हो या अभी तक तुमने इसको सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो हमारे मोटिवेशन के लिए इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो ताकि हम ऐसे ही इन्फॉर्मेटिव पॉडकास्ट आप लोगों के लिए बनाते रहें। वीडियो कैसा लगा या क्या हमें इम्प्रूव करना चाहिए या जो भी तुम्हारा फीडबैक है कमेंट्स में ज़रूर बताना। अगर तुम्हें ऑडियो पॉडकास्ट सुनना पसंद है तो हमारा चैनल स्पॉटिफाई पे भी अवेलेबल है, तो वहाँ पे भी हमें फॉलो कर लो। नाउ एंजॉय द पॉडकास्ट।
सो हेलो दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे पॉडकास्ट चैनल द टाइम पास शो में। इटली में पिज़्ज़ा फेमस है और हमारे यहाँ योगा। तो आज हमारे साथ जो जुड़े हैं, ही इज़ ऑल द वे फ्रॉम इटली, फ्रेडरिको। ही इज़ अ योगा टीचर। आज जानेंगे ये इंडिया क्यों आए हैं, कैसे आए हैं, योगा इन्हें कैसे खींचता है। तो आज का एपिसोड काफ़ी अमेजिंग होने वाला है। तो लेट्स वेलकम फ्रेडरिको। वेलकम टू इंडिया, फ्रेडरिको।
Hey, thank you for having me here.
How does it feel to be here, sir?
Well, to be here feels something definitely new, because as an Italian or as a yoga teacher, if I can claim to be, it feels almost I'm in the wrong place because I should learn more from your culture. So
That's great, sir.
it seems like to be on the opposite side.
Okay.
But indeed, it's a very interesting experience because this land is transmitting something that is indeed new for us.
Okay.
I'm saying as an Italian culture.
Okay. Since you are a yoga teacher, before yoga, what was your life like? What you were doing earlier than yoga, or you started with yoga?
Well, I started with yoga pretty much when I was 18.
Oh,
So I started
That's
pretty
great.
young, and as long as I'm very old, I'm 48.
okay.
So yoga at the time was something.
But you don't look like 48, sir.
Oh, thank you.
That's the magic of yoga.
That's the magic of yoga. But no, when I started, yoga was much different than what it is now. I'm talking about like 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So was not as hip as it is very days. But indeed, it changed a lot.
Okay.
And somehow yoga entered in a very natural way.
Mm-hmm.
But before, of course, wasn't my full-time job.
Okay.
I was just a way to, I think, relax. I have no
exploring new
idea.
things.
I don't really know actually why I was doing it. I just know that it was feeling good.
Okay.
Okay.
So
you
it was
started
was
just-
not hype as it
Okay,
is
okay.
now. So it was mainly me and old women with white hair, which was definitely
Okay, okay.
different than what it is now.
Okay. Since you are from Italy, so how yoga is perceived in Italy? Like in India, it's like more of spiritual thing, and how from Italy's perspective, how people pursue yoga?
Well, I think yoga. I do know a lot of teacher, but not all of them they ever been to India.
Oh.
So I think in the West, often the perception is more transmitted from even more Western country.
Okay.
How it's actually been, I would say, like a bit manipulated and distorted.
Okay.
That what the actual teaching of yoga is. It became in the West, yoga is mainly
Kind of like exercise.
yeah, is fitness.
Okay.
So the perception of most, I would say right now, I hope I don't exaggerate, but I guess the 80% of people perceive yoga as a pretty much 2 hours on the mat to do some workout that indeed they're going to make you feel, more relaxed, comfortable. But I guess it's very far from what, the core
Okay.
of the discipline is.
That discipline did you experience in India? That's
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been lucky enough to find when I did my first teacher training course, everyone tell you to go to India, but then I found the opportunity to do a traditional teacher training from Shivananda
Okay.
in Italy. And there I found an Indian teacher
Okay.
from Kerala, from Cochin.
Okay.
And she was the one, after many years of practice of different technique, more dynamic and so on, that really opened up a gate. And while before I met her, yoga has always been like interesting practice for sure, giving me relaxation, but always leading me from A to B. Okay, we do sports, you go training, you go to from A to B, but you know that that's the body, the limitation. Body is limited. You cannot go further. With her, this boundary has been broken down. So I knew that I was starting from A, but I didn't know where it would have end. So to me, this makes a bit more sense.
After you met her, you are more into the spiritual thing as well.
Yeah, I guess the core of yoga is
Okay.
start with the physical practice, but then the goal is more like an inner journey, I guess. Doesn't need to be, you don't have to do yoga to be spiritual.
Yeah, totally.
Spiritual also doesn't mean to believe in any sort of like god or goddess. It's more like an inner desire to, get a bit more in depth into what it's all about. So yes, I got the opportunity to find this teacher. And then of course, when you come to in this land, the perception, it makes everything a bit more into place.
Okay.
For at least this is my perception.
Have you ever been to India before?
Yes.
Okay. And when and how could you share your
well,
experience?
the first time was 13 years ago.
Okay.
And was here first in Rishikesh. And I was with a friend and we start from Rishikesh up to Kanyakumari.
Okay.
So we're really the south. And I don't know, I always felt that the first time is always new. Of course, we not use, even though in Italy people drive very bad, but we don't use the horn as much as you do. Apart from that, the chaotic reality, well, as you probably heard from all the people you talk with, and the food is always is pretty amazing. And I think there is an inner layer of warmth that I believe India is a chakra.
Okay.
Of the world.
Okay.
And here the frequencies, I think, is pretty high.
You want to say like people are more humble or towards open to talk to you, like kind of that thing?
I think is the inner base of spirituality that people have more.
Okay.
Whatever is the type of devotion can be also to have your own, benefits to be spiritual. But yet there is this belief, which is maybe at some point yet material, but more subtle.
Okay.
So this, I think, it will change completely. Because even though you enter in the street and for us is a lot of chaos, the horn all the time is pretty, but yeah, there is a layer of calmness. I mean, I'm pretty happy when I'm in the middle of the road and then maybe I enter an ashram to be silent, of course. But yeah, there is this underline of
Still
quietness, of stillness that...
in India, we practice belief a lot. There are a lot of religion in India. And all of that religion, teaches us Atiti Devo Bhava. So we treat them like that. It's in our culture as well. If you treat your guest well, God will treat you well.
Of course.
So that's maybe the thing is, maybe that warmth you have felt in India.
Probably. This I don't know, of course, for me, from my perspective.
Yeah,
so, but indeed, I have friends in Delhi. And then when we arrived, invited us in his place. And I know that the family was so warm and, his wife cooked for us. I know, it was like even almost, I wouldn't say too much, but the treatment we had was indeed remarkable.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't happen, in Italy to have this kind of treatment.
Yeah.
Can be very warm.
Okay.
But like this, it's really unexpected.
What was your first culture shock when you arrived to India?
You have experienced something different totally. Is there anything like...
Yeah, well, for sure. I remember the first time I arrived here in the airport in Delhi. As soon as I get out, the tuk-tuk and people asking for, you're a little bit lost.
Okay.
You don't really know. Like, also coming from a country where you need to be careful.
Okay.
Because they're ready to trick you.
Okay.
And here, not speaking the language, you don't know. And you always, I think from more Westerner country, you're more like aware or like into, can I trust? Can I not trust? Should I let go? Do they want to trick me? So there is a kind of this underground fear. Because in our country, it is a bit like this.
Okay.
I mean, especially Italians, they're really good into try to trick you. Not all of them, of course.
Okay, of
But
course,
and then
because
when
we
you
have-
come
we
in a
have-
country which is so far and so crowded and so noisy, I think this amplify, this idea of like you're definitely out of your comfort zone in the first sight. Then maybe there are those who are like very comfortable since the beginning. But for me, it was in the a bit
Like-
okay. Where am I? Yeah.
What surprised you the most? Food, peoples, or daily life when you first time arrived in India?
I have to say that it's a combination. I cannot name one because it's a full experience here.
Okay.
You can't really divide.
Okay, you will share your experience.
But of course, the combination of like smile,
Okay.
the warmth of people, the food. I mean,
You love Indian foods, na?
yeah, Indian food, and in Europe you cannot have such a good Indian food.
Oh,
So you need to fly to India to have the real Indian food. But I think after my journey, one thing that makes a remarkable change into my perspective of traveling is that before, when you travel, you want to see things, right? You want to see, new places. You want to meet culture. You want to take pictures. You want to see whatever, architectural or nature. But mainly you want to see.
you want to see.
What happened to me in India is that this desire shift
Okay.
into what I was aiming to see. It dropped a bit. His energy or his aim.
You want to just stay in that moment.
It's more what you feel in India. So I guess, what you see at some point, nature for how amazing can be. I mean, you do that throughout the world. You see all the beauty of the world and then you've seen it. I mean, nature is not creating more.
Okay.
Okay. It's an infinite experience. But what you feel, whatever it can be in India, can be also in other places. But what you feel, I don't know, it can be a renew all the time.
Okay.
When you are in India, maybe yes, maybe no, but the experience can take you from A to you
don't know.
You never know. Maybe one time is more intense, the next time is less. Maybe one time is amazing, next time will be less.
Okay.
But yet there is this part that is more about to feel than to see that it's to another level.
Okay.
Anything that felt strange, but now it feels normal to you when you visit first time in India?
Well, indeed, the traffic. It's the first thing you are hit with, traffic and horn. And I have to say, now it doesn't feel normal anyway. It probably will take me years to get used
Now
to
it
it.
feels normal?
No, it doesn't feel normal. No.
It's still the same.
It feels more comfort. I mean, it's like this.
Okay.
But yet you need to.
you are not adapt to it.
No, you need my ears are still saying,
Buzzing.
okay, what the hell is going on here? But of course, it's like this.
Okay.
So it's this is a daily life.
It's a
life.
daily
So-
life, right?
Favorite Indian food for you?
Thali.
Sorry?
Sorry?
Thali.
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 Oh, okay,
Thali,
okay. The
thali.
mix of everything like roti, chapati,
Yeah,
rice,
Thali,
sabzi,
thali.
dal.
Indian
That's easy.
thali. Italian food you miss the most in India?
Parmigiana from my mother.
Can you explain?
Parmigiana is like aubergine
Okay.
with tomato sauce.
Okay.
Then first you fry them.
Okay.
And then you put the layer and then cheese on top.
Okay.
One Italian habit that Indian learn from?
This.
What's
Which
this?
means I don't care.
Oh, okay.
It means I don't
It
care.
means I
It
don't
means
care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Or
Uh,
so what?
oh, okay,
So,
okay.
In India, this reaction is like, would you want to eat something?
It can be
like
also in
that.
Italian,
Yeah.
but it must be closer to your mouth.
Okay.
If it's more far, it's more like so what?
So what?
So what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care. That was good. That
Yeah.
was good.
And one thing that Italian should learn from India.
Indeed, more connection with spirit, I would say.
Okay.
That there is inside all of us.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about, temples and goddess,
Yeah.
but be a bit more
Inner self.
introverted.
Yeah. Since we had talked about yoga, spirituality, life, what does a meaningful life is according to you?
This is a difficult question.
Yeah, it is. And I generally ask this question to every
Okay.
guest we had. Basically, this question is for the younger generation. People are more, nowadays what we feel is people are more aggressive, egoistic.
Yeah, I think we are also like a product of what the world outside is now. So the world outside is very fast.
Yeah.
And everything we scroll. We don't have more than 10 seconds of laser focus attention on the post on Instagram or TikTok. So life became like this. But I guess this is pretty much individual. I guess there is a time for everyone, to, achieve, whatever is meaningful for them. I guess you cannot do this, because if I'm not ready for that, won't happen.
Okay.
So eventually each of us needs to make our own experience. I won't say mistake, because mistake is just help you to direct yourself. So it's more like doing what it feels right for you. I don't want to use a yogic word, but like more in Dharma, which is following this universal law or universal puzzle.
Since you are a yoga teacher, any yoga poses you could tell people to do daily?
You know what? I would skip the yoga poses.
Okay.
I would suggest to do sun salutation, Surya Namaskar.
Okay.
In the morning. That's a good way to start.
If you had to describe India in one word, what would it be?
Can I use a word?
Yeah.
But then can I?
Yeah. Sure.
explain? Okay. Home.
Home.
I'm not saying that when I would like leave my country and stay here. Okay, because it's still I'm bound to family, habits, and everything. But I had experiences here that makes me feel very grounded in the way that in other places I never felt that way.
What advice or a message you want to give to the younger generation?
The younger generation.
That could be anything of yours. Experiences of life, love, relationship.
Smile.
Okay.
Even when things are not going the way you think or you wished.
Okay.
Try to find a smile inside. Okay, I'm from Italy.
Okay.
So we come from a different background.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Of even religious speaking. And in Italy it's pretty much neglected the way it's going. So, and indeed I've been very much influenced by especially Advaita Vedanta.
Okay.
Which is pure Indian. Okay. And often I notice that people think that, India is so far away. And then in the West, we just live another reality. And then what is belong to India is not even just India, but is more ancient time.
Yeah.
So it's is expired.
Okay.
You cannot apply it anymore. But what I experience and for me, is it so far, an important pillar for my life has been how this ancient knowledge is not expired at all. Does not belong to India, belong to the old world, to all the beings. Yeah. So it's not something peculiar to if you were born in a certain land of the world and on a certain family education, but it can really help you in
Building
balance
yourself.
and float and eventually find a direction in life. Doesn't have to be necessarily, that lineage or that philosophy, maybe it works for me, it will not work for you. But something that may feel like so far in distance, then actually can be very, very close and really give you, a guideline to kind of keep the balance in this journey.
So do you watch movies?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes,
Any Italian movie you would suggest us to watch?
Any Italian movies? I think you have to go back into the time.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, no doubt.
Because right now, I'm not really a great fan of Italian movies, but more in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
We have a movie called is a comic one.
Okay.
It's called Fantozzi.
Fantozzi. Okay.
It's a bit raw comic movie.
Okay.
I was watching when I was very, very little.
Okay.
And I really enjoy it. Honestly, if I would look at now, I might not find it as funny as when I was a kid.
Obviously.
But there is a comicity that you don't find anymore.
Okay.
Because now there is the politically correct.
Mm.
And once upon a time, there was a bit more like freedom and relaxation.
yeah.
So you were maybe expressing some topics, but wasn't like judged or like
yeah.
put, on hang on. I mean, people was a bit more easygoing and not feeling offended. So there
People nowadays get offended easily.
very easily.
Yeah.
So I think you have to be very, very careful the way you express, whatever is, the reality or like the status. So you're going to be very, very careful the way you, express your ideas.
Okay.
In the 70s and 80s, there was way more like relaxation, but was accepted, So people were more laughing about. Like right now, there is an Italian comedian who goes really against, this politically correct, and he is like fully booked.
Okay.
People really enjoy this fact of like being straightforward and say what people don't dare to say anymore.
Yeah.
So there's like, he's the only one who got courage. It's strange in a way they allowed him to do this because when they allowed him so much, a person to express this, not really moral, let's say, or ethical thoughts. I think there is always something behind, maybe like a commercial reason.
Right.
But yet is filling all the theater.
Okay.
So, and this is nice to see also a bit of like diversity into the comedians.
Okay.
Often, I guess they tend to judge comedians, when they're like not, but it seems like comedians are judged more than politicians.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
And maybe we should judge more.
We should judge
if we really have to.
Yeah, because we are voting for them.
Exactly.
We are appointing them.
Yeah. And our let's say life depends upon their choices. So a comedian will not never choose for
he
you.
will come act and left.
Exactly.
That's gonna be like impact us for next 1 hour. Maybe we will be laughing on his jokes, but the political and persons that will be appointing, like they will gonna be stay like 5 years, 7 years.
Yeah, they will have a straight impact on our life. Yeah. A joke, it won't.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Correct.
Depends how you take it.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Federico.
Thank you for having me here.
It's
been a great pleasure, very unexpected experience.
Yeah. We had, life is spontaneous. You don't know what's going to happen next.
Exactly.
We meet on the streets, then we had just a minute of conversation, then here we are.
There we are.
Today.
Yeah.
Hope so we will meet in future next time.
Whenever you come to India, you are welcome. Just
Thank you.
You have my number. Just call me, WhatsApp me. That's so I am
whenever
here.
you are in Italy.
Yeah, sure. I'll
same is equal.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Fred.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.